out suspiciously at the contents of the dish on the table in front of her with a knife. "Don't worry, nothing in there's had even a sniff of an animal. It's a totally vegan haggis." Rosa Rossavina smiled in her sister's direction. "Lentils, mushrooms and oats, and that's it. Stop poking at it like that. I'm not convinced it's going to stay in one piece before I get it to the table. And stop complaining as well, Hannah," Eva Malik, the third of the Quinn triplets, added, moving Hannah to one side before shooting a dish of glazed carrots towards the haggis. "Hell, that's hot." She shook her fingers and reached for a bottle of wine. "It's about time you learned to cook, Hans, especially if you insist on inviting hordes of people for Sunday lunch." "I just had to have a big lunch here at the hall for everyone, since it was Burns night this week, as well as Lachlan's birthday." Hannah smiled. "How's it going then?" Eva raised an eyebrow. "You know, you and Lachlan." She and Rosa glanced at each other before redirecting their eyes simultaneously towards Hannah. When an answer, re Hannah's 6-month relationship with Lachlan, the hall's estate manager, was not forthcoming, Eva turned back to the bottle of wine in her hand. "So, Eva," Hannah eventually said, obviously not wanting to pursue the subject of her relationship with Lachlan, "we're leaving it up to you to address the haggis." "Address it?" Eva stared. "As in, sorry, haggis, we welcome you here to Heatherley Hall, but I'm afraid we're moving with the times and you're vegan now. Something along those lines?" "Oh, blimey." Eva broke off as Lachlan Buchanan strode through the ornate double doors of what had previously been the hall's ballroom. "Blimey," Eva said again, taking in Lachlan's kilt and sporran. Descending into a strong Yorkshire accent, she added, "You've a grand pair of legs on you there, love. There really is something about a man in a skirt." "Kilt, please." Lachlan threw Eva a pained look as he picked up a carving knife, waving it in her direction, and Eva stepped back in alarm. "So you Sassenachs," he grinned. "This is what should happen. A previously designated reciter." Lachlan raised an eyebrow at the triplets and waited. "Ah, you want me to do it? I thought you'd never ask." "So a previously designated reciter," he repeated, "reads a poem over the haggis. A good whisky gill is then offered to the piper, chef and reciter." "Hang on," Eva interrupted. "Rosa's the chef and you're the reciter. Who's the piper? Anyone here play the bagpipes?" "Again, I thought you'd never ask." Lachlan grinned, stretching his whole 6 foot over the back of an ancestral sofa, so that Rosa, Hannah and Eva automatically bent their heads in unison for a sneaky upskirt, before retrieving a set of pipes from behind it. "Blimey," Eva grinned for the 3rd time in as many minutes as Lachlan attempted a few wailing notes. "You kept that to yourself, and actually..." She winced as the whining lament reached some sort of climax. "Maybe not a bad thing." "And then," Lachlan continued, obviously enjoying himself, "with some alacrity, the haggis is sliced open with a ceremonial dirk." Lachlan put down his bagpipes and waved the knife once more. "Though, to be fair, any old knife will do. The meal is then served with all its many courses, as well as copious helpings of good ale and whisky." "Right, all its courses, Rosa." Hannah and the other two turned expectantly to their village vicar. "Soup, main and pud." Rosa raised an eyebrow. "And lucky to get that. I was so tired this morning, it was all I could do to drag myself out of bed, wash my face and take the 10 o'clock Sunday service. Lucky there were no christenings, or I might have ended up dropping the baby in the font." Rosa yawned loudly. "You're okay, aren't you?" Eva was concerned. Ever since Rosa had become ill with Hodgkin's lymphoma 8 years previously, there'd always been the fear that her sister might fall ill once again. "You've a new husband."